Numero dos. So we're just gonna jump right in and talk about the new Breaking Dawn book that came out 3 weeks ago.
Amazing book.
4 weeks ago.
I cried.
Doesn't matter.
I actually cried when the wedding ceremony took place.
Oh, warning! Spoilers! Spoilers! Just if you haven't read it and you don't want it to be spoiled, just fast forward.
Yeah.
Just fast forward.
Great book though. I love it. I cried.
I cried at the end because it's like, oh my god, it's the last book. I cried.
When it said the end, I was like, no, it is not the end.
Yeah, it's not
just the
end. And you know what I realized? You know what I realized is that like, in Bella's book, in the third part of the book, she said something about the end. And while I was reading it, I was like, oh my god, because she said something like, you can't continue a story from the end. That means it's over. And once I read that, I was like, oh, Stephanie, if she put the end at the book, I'm going to be so bad. And of course it's there.
I honestly think that
of course it was there. One. No, she said that she's going to, she said, I'm done with Bella's story.
Ooh.
It's going to continue, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be,
I don't know if the Jacob version would be any.
I said she should have written New Moon from Jacob's point of view, but she said that she won't because it would be too depressing.
That's true. I feel bad for Jacob and New Moon, but what are you going to do?
But he imprinted. Fast forward. It imprinted. He imprinted, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Renesmee. Renesmee is the dumbest name I've ever heard in my entire life.
I actually think it's beautiful. I want to name my girl Renesmee.
Do you really?
I would honestly name my kid Renesmee or Alice. I think when I start a family, I will name at least 2 out of the 3 children that I'll be having as the Cullen family.
I probably will also, but one of the things is I've always hated the name Edward until I started reading the series.
Yeah.
And I have this thing, like, he would have to be called Edward, not Ed, and definitely not Eddie.
Ugh. Eddie.
But you can't avoid that. Like, if you name a kid James, no matter what, when he goes to high school, there's always going to be teenage boys who call him Jimbo.
Yeah. I hate that. Don't you hate that?
I hate that.
I don't know why.
Okay, so on to our next subject, psychics.
Oh my.
So I've got some major stories here. I spent the past week at my aunt's house, and we wanted to go to this psychic lady who's been there for years and years and years and years, and crystal ball. And my friend actually has this legit psychic friend who, like, is a human lie detector. Like, she'll know if you're lying. She can feel your energy, so she can feel if you're, like, nervous or happy or scared. Caitlin's never heard this story, so expect her reactions. And so I go to this fake psychic, and she looks at my palm, and she goes, you're going to go to college? And I was like, yeah. And she's going to go, and then she goes, you're going to change your major twice. And I'm like,
get out of here.
No. So I let her keep going, and she's like, you're going to go into business. And I was like, I hate business. My worst nightmare in the entire world is, like, working in a cubicle. That is my worst nightmare. And so she keeps going, and she's like, hey, spaces. She looks at my finger, and she's going to go, you're going to have 2 kids with this guy that you're living with. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have 2 kids out of wedlock. That's so my personality. And then she goes, and then it's not going to work out, so you're going to leave him. And then you're going to get married. And then my aunt's psychic friend who went with us, because she was really skeptic and kind of scared of this lady, she got her palm read for fun. And obviously she doesn't need it. I mean, like, she knows her palm inside and out.
Pretty much.
And, you know, she comes out of there and she's like, that woman was unreal. Like, she was so horrible. And then she looked at me. I've known this woman for an hour. She looked at me and went, oh, honey, you're not going to go into business. You hate math. And I was like, oh, how'd you know? And then, of course, I feel like an ass because she's psychic, and I know she's psychic.
Oh, I have a story to tell. I'm at my grandmother's at Belmar, and my sister and I go through the IOs on demand, and I noticed the American Mall is on. So I wanted to see the American Mall. You know, I wasn't...
Wait, American Mall? I've never even heard of that.
Okay, it's the MTV movie. They just made it.
Oh,
it was
produced Degrassi.
Yeah, it's the producers of High School Musical. I actually thought it was amazing.
Easy no, you don't need to go down. Easy no, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we frown. Easy no, you don't need to go down.